because nobody knew. I guess maybe some people knew, like, I always had one day job because I always knew, like, comedy was something for me to, like, just do for fun.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No
This
worries.
is not good.
I was going to introduce you first real quick before we jump into there. I know.
Okay.
But that's how we Portuguese. We just jump right in, right in the middle.
Yeah.
We don't start from the beginning. We start from
Can
the middle.
you imagine the edit? It's like, oh. Okay.
They're like, oh, I missed something? Let me...
How you scrub that?
But welcome to another episode of the Stand Up Life. We got a very special guest in the building. Talk about Hawaii legends in Hawaii comedy and Hawaii.
Wait, I'm not dead yet.
Entertainment.
Dude.
Not yet. But he's the first name that comes to my head. One of my inspirations of why I do stand-up comedy. Stand-up comedian, actor. He's done it all. Radio personality, actor. I said actor already. TV host. Yeah, he had some TV shows.
Did some of that.
And now politician and councilman.
Yeah.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Augie T.
What's up, man? First off, congratulations. We've talked many times about your success, and even when you first came into the radio show, I knew something was different about you. Not because you're a funny guy, but because of the work ethic. You know what I mean? People don't realize like how difficult it is to like set your mind on something, getting total focus, and just doing them. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of people want to do that, but don't do it. So, you know, when you text me, hey, thank you, I'm like, no, dude, you did this. Take ownership of that.
Yeah, you gave me an opportunity to perform in front of my first local crowd, because I was doing shows with like Jose Dynamite. And I saw all howlies and tourists and.
That's good, but...
Oh, riffraff.
Yeah, no, that's good.
But I was like, I guess they don't like this kind of humor. But when I did, I think it was my first show with you was, I think it was Coral Creek in Eva Beach. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You let me do like 10 minutes before.
Yeah, man.
And I was like, oh, wow, this is...
different, right?
This is my people right there. This local people.
Yeah. And when you find your voice, that's the beautiful thing about it. You found your voice and you did what any good comic or any good person with good work ethics that have a dream, that determined to make something happen. You know what I mean? That's why, like, you should take ownership. You should say, yeah, I worked hard. You know what I mean? Because 30 years of doing this business, you know, it comes with ups and downs, highs and lows.
It does.
But the beautiful thing about it is, like, I don't have nobody to, like, blame, because, you worked hard, you did it, you get good support from your family. Dude, I never had, early on, I had an entourage, because I thought I wanted to bring my friends with me. We're going to do all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, how long how many years have you been doing stand-up?
Almost 32.
32 years.
Yeah. What
age did you start?
Jeez, man, I'm bad with
numbers.
I think because of the boxing, I got hit too much.
Yeah, you was a boxer too.
Yeah, so I was doing boxing and stand-up.
Why not gym?
No, Kali Valley.
Kali Valley. Oh.
Yeah. I grew up in Kali Valley, boxed since I was 12, and then I turned professional 18 years old because I was interested in women and made my girlfriend pregnant at that time, and I needed to support my kid.
Yeah.
Because I saw the vicious circle, when you grow up public housing, you can see it. Like, you can either get stuck in that way, or you take responsibility, own up to your mistake, and so I decided to turn pro, work. Then I realized riding a bus one day out of Waianae, because I bought my first home out in Waianae, and then every day walked down from Lu'alu'ule to the bus stop. Yeah. Sat in the bus, and I was like, this is it? I was like, this is it? I don't think that was God's purpose in life for me to, which is very honorable, like going to work every day, but like,
Where were you working at that time?
Kapiolani Medical.
Okay.
So I started at Kapiolani Medical.
That's a long bus ride.
Dude, I started there when I was 16 years old. I stayed there for almost 16 years.
Well, you bought a house at what, like 18, 19?
I again,
He's young.
bad with numbers, maybe 22,
Yeah.
23 maybe. So
That's good. I mean, But yeah, again, that's like you saying like, oh, is that it? It's just my top of my career right now.
You probably had dreams and aspirations growing up,
Yeah.
like, you know, and you've seen it throughout like my comedy career, like how, you know, at DVDs, I showed my best friend sitting around going, that's my car. You know, we all had dreams and aspirations, and, you know, I wanted to do more than what I was doing, you know, walking down Lule, jumping on a bus. So, you know, I did comedy as a dare. My friend's like, hey, you tell some pretty funny stories. I was like, yeah, I tell some pretty funny stories.
You try to go on stage.
Yeah, so we went to an hypnotist show at the Honolulu Comedy Club.
They had a comedy club back then?
Bro, that's where I met like George Wallace.
Yeah.
Some of the amazing road
where was
comics.
that located
was at the Ilikai Hotel.
Okay.
And so had guys like Paul Gata, Kento, that was there before me, Bo Irvine, right?
Yeah.
And they had like some Thursday night open mic, and we went there for see an hypnotist show, me and the crew. And had an open mic, and I said, hey, you should tell your doodle joke. So I did, and then the Jewish owner at that time was like Eddie Sachs. He was like, I don't understand anything you're saying, but come back this week. And then, you know, I started hosting. That's where I met, again, Paul and Kento, all those guys that were opening or emceeing for like seasoned comics that would fly in on their way to other places. Yeah, it used to be big.
How big was that room?
It was about 200 seats. It was under the basement at the Ilikai.
Yeah.
But it was banging. Every week they would feature on KSSK the comics, and the place would be week in, week out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I think Sunday. But it had like Tommy Davidson, all those guys would come through. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I was emceeing, had like, you know, ventriloquist acts and all kinds. Yeah, so, you know, you saw the scopes of like all these amazing road comics. Yeah, that, you know, week in, week and week out, you know, do these comedy shows. And it was pretty inspiring, you know, as a young comic watching these guys and then, you know, trying to, you know, even get 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because you emceed, you know, and...
Yeah, it's tough adding up all the minutes. I mean, I remember getting my first 10 minutes because you think you have 10 minutes, but you really don't.
Yeah.
You know, because they're not all funny.
Yeah.
So you got to like trim it and it's all repetition. What would you say would be like when you started to kind of get the hang of it or people started recognizing you? Was it all from that?
I tell people like, you know, for boxing, took me like 10 years to perfect something that I really love doing, right? And then comedy, 32 years.
Yeah.
You know, you never stop learning. That's the thing. Like once you find your voice, you realize, man, you got to just keep doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you get, like I said, there's highs and lows, and the excitement of, you know, being that guy is cool, but comes with so much responsibility. And I think you feel that, you know. But, you know, I was doing comedy in a time where, like, man, you had to, like, beg.
Yeah.
Hey, can I come on your radio show? And, you know, you got to go put posters, like, everywhere. It was, like,
it's
insane.
different from now. Like, we could talk about that, too. Like, the difference of, I guess, social media is the main factor that changed all that. Like, you mentioned you got to put up posters. Where you print them at, like, Kinko's or... Never heard that name long time.
When I was Andy's opening act, we would walk like the whole day putting up posters. You know, and
but so, posters still work though. I still see them around.
It does, but nah. You know, you can do social media.
Yeah.
But like was difficult. But then like social media, once you know Hawaii still like, the coconut wireless, right? So once you do one funny joke back in those days, it would just kind of spread differently, kind of like social media, but differently.
Right.
Like I think when I first got noticed was like I did this thing out in the North Shore. And I had a manager that was an entertainer himself. So he wasn't really thinking about how do I book this guy? Because I got to book myself.
He wanted the spotlight.
But then anyway, he booked me at this event with Junior IU. I forgot what it was called, but like it was like some New Year's Day thing out in Lightyear. So I'm driving up Lightyear. I'm getting paid $50, right?
Yeah.
And I hear we'll get Willie K, Capena, all these guys performing. So I drive up on the North Shore New Year's Day. Bro, I don't want nobody. I went. Moment, right?
Yeah.
Everything closed. I'm like, is there a show? So I pull into the BYU campus and it's inside the gym. Bro, place is packed.
Wow.
Right? Nobody know who Augie is.
Yeah.
And my comedy, is from, growing up in public housing. All my friends were Samoan, Filipino, so that's all I talked about. So I went on.
Perfect for Lightyear.
Bruh, I did every Samoan, Fijian, Tongan joke.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, who's this Filipino guy teasing us, right?
Yeah.
And it's because I always tease my Polynesian friends growing up.
Yeah.
Like, I could mimic, and they were like, oh, go talk to my father. And talk to my father. And I knew all the Samoan words. I understood like a lot of the Samoan languages. All my friends were Samoan.
Yep.
But like I remember doing it, and it's like I was like kind of blown away because I was doing little shows here and there, but I did that show and I did it for like on Polynesian community and
something clicked.
I went. And then Ken Thompson, who was Capena's manager, was like, dude, I don't know how you did it without getting beat up, but that was fun. I'm going to put you on exploratory management thing. You go open for Capena. So
that's right. You went on tour with them.
Dude, I never did open mics.
Yeah.
I did with Andy once in a while, but like I was Capena's opening act.
And that's when they were touring pretty heavily,
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
so you guys
like,
would go.
Yeah. This was like in the height of Capena's.
The old Capena, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the Tongan brothers. And,
yeah.
Dude, we would go places like Rora in Micronesia and the whole island.
Wow.
Yeah, we'd run out of beer, but before Capena went on stage.
And what were you doing, like 15 minutes before?
Sometime, depending on the crowd. And that was the coolest part about working with Capena is like, if they're not ready, they kept going. So you had your 15-minute set, but then sometimes the 15 would turn into 20.
Yeah.
Sometimes 30, but like so a lot of my
That's
chops.
good practice for you to fill in that time.
Absolutely,
and
man.
Kind of riff on things. And,
Yeah. And people never know who you was.
Yeah.
So you worked harder. But I think people are curious. Like, this guy not even Polynesian. You can't imagine being in like Tonga.
Yeah.
It's like, what is he?
Yeah.
Is he Micronesian?
He kind of looks like us a little bit.
Oh, I go like Saipan and I look like everybody in Saipan.
Yeah.
And like, but he's not.
Yeah.
He's not Saipanese. He's Filipino Portuguese. So was interesting, but was, like I said, but was God has blessed my life tremendously, with going through all those different stages. But I always felt like comedy was kind of like fun. And sometimes I beat myself up because I go, why did I made that my career? Because it was never my career. And that's the thing. Like when I ran for office, people had like, oh, the comedian.
Yeah.
They never know, like, I always had one day job.
Right.
Or I worked for Mayor Billy Kinoy or Lieutenant Governor Shan Setsui. So when I would walk into offices like that, they'd be like, it's not Augie.
Yeah.
You know, some days I had to wear a tie. It's not Augie. Like, you know, so.
Wait, so you don't think personally that was your career?
Couldn't. Yeah, he cannot. At that time for me.
Yeah.
And probably because I grew up in public housing, I always felt like, you know.
And you living in Hawaii, you got to have more than one job.
Yeah,
Probably more than 2 jobs.
You know, I had a young family.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do the whole road thing, but how do you do that?
Yeah.
At that time, when you know you're a young family, you have to take care of your family, make sure that they're taken care of, because you know it wasn't like that with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I was very difficult for my mom and my dad to send us to school, yet pay for school.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, all I did was see my mom and dad work. So, unfortunately, never got the chance to do the road, but that's okay because.
Yeah. And you was working still at Kapiolani?
I was working at Kapiolani. I was still I did radio.
Yeah.
You know, I did whatever I could to put food on the table for my family.
Yeah.
So very blessed by that. You know, the career lasted this long and it's still going. I'm probably having more fun now, not caring, being, you know, 56 years old and, you know, helping my community, waking up, doing radio, and then being able to jump on stage and telling people, like, I never realized how much I needed until I stopped doing it regularly. Yeah. You know, so that I'm having a time of my life right now.
No, yeah, that's the amazing thing about stand-up comedy. You see all these like greats, they just don't stop. Like no matter how big they get, like Kevin Hart, he has all these movies, but he still loves stand-up. Yeah. He don't need to do it. Like he has all the money in the world, but he wants to do it. And
what is the biggest? What has been the biggest like for you challenge
in like comedy?
Yeah, comedy and
probably just coming up with like a new hour every time I come back to the same city. You know, I mean, you probably experience it too. And now with like social media and like comedy specials, once it's out there, it's out there, and you got to come up with something new, and you always got to be writing, always got to be relevant. Right. I would say that's probably the biggest challenge.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, for me, it was always like characters around me.
Yeah.
You know, ex-managers.
Yeah.
Lawyers, tax people.
I mean, that too, that's like I would say like the business side of comedy, which I never really thought about it until like now, you know, like when I first started, it was just for fun.
Business.
Like, now I got to sign a contract.
You got to get an office. You got to do expenses. You got to buy 2 cars, not one, buy 2 so you can write off. Like, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah. And dealing with like contracts or how much it costs to put on a show now, and all these like union people you gotta pay for, and you go over like 1 minute on stage, then you gotta pay extra 4 hours. Like oh, these guys they just want the money. Yeah, that's one thing too. They want everything.
Yeah, no, that's good, man. That's good that you're learning and you evolving, right? At the end of the day, it's just if it's not fun anymore, I always tell people like, don't do nothing that you're not having fun with doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just have fun. Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, I have fun all the time on stage, but I would say the most fun is when, kind of like how you said too, when you had to, you know, kill that time.
Yeah.
From if you got to do 15, but you got to do 20, so you just kind of riff.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I like talking to the crowd a lot too. That's why I get on a show coming up in next week at Blue Note, but it's gonna be an all crowd work show. So I going up with no material and just trying to do that as a challenge and just talk to the crowd the whole time and see what happens.
Yeah, they like you, so you know they're expecting. What's cool about being liked is that they're very forgiving, even if it's not funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're very forgiving, and then you know the boldness is trying something different and new, right?
Yeah,
and not worrying about whether or not it was funny, like, or beating yourself up. Right? When you're driving home, like, oh, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
Oh, man, maybe I could have done it this way. Yeah, man. Early on in my career, I went home going, she made me,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, but now it's just for me. It's just I just did one gig, bro. I just talked about it on Instagram. I had to fill in for somebody, and
Like a private gig?
Yeah, it was a private gig. I don't do it as much.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like
Because
corporate gigs like that.
in the beginning, so in the beginning, I did all of that, and I had to learn like, not everybody likes you.
Yeah.
Or not everybody goes to comedy shows, right? But you have to figure it out. Like, and I remember when I stopped doing it was like, I think it was for the Hawaii State accountants. So there's all these accountants that work for the state, right? It was on the top of the eye at the Ilikai, and it was gonna pay me good money.
Was this the most recent gig?
No. I can tell you about the recent one. But early on in my career, and why I stopped doing like those kind of gigs, or if I did something, has to come with, provisions.
Yeah. Or if the money's big.
Nah, not even that. Gotta come with provisions. I would rather walk out, with $500. Like, all right, we killed. And walking out with $5,000, but like you beating yourself up because people never enjoy you.
Yeah.
And comics are very insecure. If you allow yourself to be insecure, going, man, I wonder if they're gonna tell 15 of their friends, and it's gonna be this Amway effect, and nobody come see me because I sucked at this event.
Yeah.
But early on, like I figured it out, right? Because managers, they're like, you just go there, hey, go do the gig.
Yeah.
You making some money, you pay me. So I go to this gig. It's during the day for accountants, I think, for the state of Hawaii. And the top of the eye is all open windows.
Oh, no.
Right? Already distraction because you can see Diamond Head, you can see all the beaches. The lights cannot go down. I can see everybody in the room. Get people walking. You can see them walking.
Yeah.
And was on good top dollar gig for 30 minutes. But 30 minutes, man, was the most miserable 30 minutes
Sweating.
ever. Just not even sweating. I'm like, nothing I could say, bro. I was going to make these guys laugh, right?
Wow.
They just looked at me. And I just remember like, okay, thank you guys, right? And I walk off the stage. And I look at the lady that hired me. She was by the elevators. She's holding my check.
She never like give them to you.
No, like just the face was like, oh, when I look back at that, I laugh now, but like I just remember she going. And it was so bad. By the time I got down to the bottom floor, what if I go back up and give them back the check? I was like, dude. Oh, sorry. But then I remember that was it. I am not doing shows if it's not made. Couple things.
Yeah, what do you
thinks,
think?
Bro, everyone thinks that you can be funny everywhere. That's not true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
how much times you get people, tell me one joke right now.
Yeah. Can you imagine like one whole audience?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So, I just don't do it. So.
And that was like early on in your career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Do you think is like they didn't know who you were, that's why? Or they just never liked that kind of humor?
They knew. Already it was like, I just did the first DVD.
Yeah.
Did amazingly well. It was like my little business card to the world.
Is that the
first one?
Hawaii
the
Theater
Live from Hawaii Theater, yeah.
I think sorry, jumping subjects, but
no.
Funny story about that DVD. I think when you filmed it, my parents were on the outtakes or the intro about them asking like, "Oh, are you ready for the show?" and stuff like that. But I remember that night vividly because
I told you I'm a fan of your dad. So it's kind of funny, bro.
No, I remember that night vividly because I wanted to go to the show, but I was too young, or they wanted to go on one date night, so I was getting babysat by my auntie, and I was waiting for them to come home. I was like, "Oh, how was the show?" And they, "Oh, it was funny." And they all said, "Oh, it's going to be on DVD. You can watch them later." So.
Crazy.
But
dude, like that.
But yeah, you interviewed them, and they told me, my dad's like, oh yeah, they interviewed me. I will be on the thing.
Nice. So your dad is on the outtakes.
I believe so. If you can look back.
Because your dad was somebody like I recognize, I was a fan. I like watching football, and I know what your family did. So I was like a fan already. So, it was cool that I saw familiar faces in the crowd. But yeah, I already had done Hawaii theater.
Yeah.
So like, we have Augie. He can make people laugh at this stuff. But not true. There's some people that wanted to laugh, but because everybody else wasn't laughing, they were all kind of looking at you like, what you doing here?
Yeah.
Made it very awkward in the audience. So, I always tell people, you sure you want me to come? I will come. But you have to know that maybe one or two, maybe a third of the people in your party like comedy and maybe go to a comedy club. The others don't.
Yeah.
And they don't have the mind.
It was all Asians.
Yeah.
Majority.
But then, they're like my biggest, like,
but nothing
so
wrong.
funny.
Yeah,
no, like,
that shouldn't
the
be
funny
a problem.
part.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the funny part. They were, and had Howley people too over there. Yeah. So
I never have no Samoan. No Samoan accountant.
When was the last time you saw a Samoan accountant? Give me your money. Hey, give me your money.
Tour.
It's like, how much? You owe too much. Come over here. Give me your money. But would have been awesome.
It would have, yeah.
But no, was a different audience, different crowd, and I probably would have done okay if it met some of the requirements of stand up. Lights down.
Yeah. Nighttime.
Stage lights. Maybe would have been a little bit better. So, I've been very careful the last 20, 30 years of like when I do like a corporate thing or I do somebody's party, I'm like, you sure it's made for comedy? Because if I suck, I don't want to look at your face when I got to take your check.
Yeah.
Because I remember that face on the Japanese lady that handed me the check. Like, I paid you this?
Or even some like private gigs, they don't even have a good sound system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Horrible.
Yeah.
I did one at one one of the wildest ones was at an AA meeting at Miley Beach Park.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it had like the kind like one like the one you like buy from Walmart or whatever, the little sound system. No lights, it was all under the tent.
But they was excited to see you, right?
It was excited, and they was tweaking too. So it was
awesome. It's like one of my that's the best shows. I love doing those shows. It's so crazy because this happened. Like I just posted it on my social media.
Yeah, what is the most recent? What is that? The recent one that you're talking about? The recent
one was like last week. Somebody called and said, "Augs, I guess the lady saw me at Narcotics Anonymous because I go there every year. I perform for them, and always fun doing those shows." She said, "Oh, she needs somebody because the comic never show up or was supposed to attend and never show up." And I said, I don't normally do those kind of shows because they're probably not, suited to doing the show.
Yeah.
Oh, but they need somebody. I was like, okay, all right, let me go call. So I called her. Oh, yeah, get stage. Okay. As soon as I walked in, I went, oh, no.
Was it indoor or outdoor?
I was indoor. But like, dude, had people walking in front of the stage. And you make fun of that, right?
Yeah,
it would be cool if you was in a comedy club setting, somebody walk. But like now when there's noise over, nobody has any regard to the person talking on stage. They kept talking and talking.
Those is tough. Like baby luau. I did some baby luau's.
Yeah. And
like nobody listening, everybody eating, cars driving by. But I feel like that like kind of helps you too.
Yeah. You learn how to
get your battle scars.
Andy's the king at that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You watch him, right?
Even Champ is great at that, like baby luau's and stuff. Like I've been to many baby luau's and grad parties where he's the MC and And he knows how to, like, he told me the advice he gave me, which was great. He said, just talk to the people who are listening.
Yeah. No, that's what I did.
If there's only one guy, just
That's
keep talking to him.
Dude, they paid me top dollar.
Yeah.
Right? And I was talking to 4 people.
Yeah.
Talked to 4 people.
Yeah.
One of them was Melvin Lead.
Oh.
And she was like, Augie, you handled yourself well. Thank you. Thank you, Melvin. But, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, they was okay. They was okay with, you know, I just, you know, you probably get this, but like, I just like doing well all the time. You know what I mean? Because people, I still get excited, and I'm so thankful when people come and they're paying to watch you work out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's a great feeling.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, for me, it's kind of like, it's like do well and, you know, make people laugh. Who's paying attention?
Yeah.
Who's not paying attention, and you just missed out on something that 4 people really enjoyed. So, you know, you just gotta kind of lick your wounds and go, oh well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's for me now at this age and doing it for so long. Like, I'm okay. Like, but I haven't done a gig like that for a long time, and I just had to share because it was funny. In my head, I was like, I cannot believe I just did that.
But hey, you did it though. Sometimes it's good to like to think back and or like go back in time. Like, sometimes it's good to bomb again too. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Like even when you're trying out new things.
Yeah.
You know,
no, I think that's the fun part now.
Yeah, because I mean, like you probably experienced this too. Like, there's a point if all your fans come into your show, no matter what you say, they still gonna laugh.
Yeah.
You know, just because they like
they
you.
like
Or
you.
like if Chris Rock's performing and he's trying out new stuff, but they laughing at it.
Yeah.
But if someone else did that exact same joke, it wouldn't be
Correct.
as funny.
Correct. Yeah.
But so it's good to kind of go
to
back.
have a base.
Yeah.
Have a base that appreciate, you know, seeing you work.
Yeah.
Right? They want to hear the things that got you where you're at. And when you're working on new stuff, they even get more excited because they go, wow.
Yeah.
Cool, I heard something different.
Right.
You know what I mean? And Ray Romano told me this like backstage. He was like, you know, because I told him one of my challenges is it's hard for me to go on the road. And he looked at me and was like, why you want to go on the road for?
Yeah.
You know, just you have a base, people that like you. You know, just make sure that you're constantly writing 1 or 2 new jokes. I'm like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like people that come to see Prince. If Prince don't sing Purple Rain,
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's the same thing, but they treat comics differently, right? You know,
Yeah.
especially hardcore comedy fans. They're like,
I feel like there's more of them now too. Like more and more people are learning more about comedy, and they realize that it's not just us talking off the top of our head. Like we actually have structure in our whole.
Yeah,
like
well, a little bit.
It's an act, kind of. Yeah. Somewhat, but but yeah, like you said too. Like everybody wants to see Prince sing Purple Rain. They want to see the greatest hits.
Yeah,
and all that.
yeah.
But did you struggle with that early on? Like when you first released the Live from Hawaii Theater?
Yeah.
And you went back again to like Blaisdell. Would you do the same?
Well,
stuff?
you know, the cool thing is that I don't do it as much. So when I go back and I look at all those specials, like I can go, okay, maybe I pick that one, and I try to intertwine, you know, the 4 that maybe they never see, you know, Blaisdell Arena, or they never see the 3rd or 4th Hawaii Theater show. So there's a bit in there that's maybe still universal that I can add in, and then I can talk about something that I working on now. So it's kind of cool, like when you have, you know, a plethora of stuff.
Just intertwine them.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's the cool part of
almost like jazz too. Like comedy is like jazz. Like you because I always go up with like, I'm sure maybe you do this too, like with like a set list of what I have. Like I have it written down on my phone. Like, okay, I wanted to hit this. But every time I go up, I never do that exact order.
Yeah.
Or something I wrote like couple years ago somehow comes in because it's this would fit perfect
right
here
right.
like that. So it's it's
Yeah.
never perfect. You know, that's the beauty of stand up. You can never perfect it. That's why you got to keep going. It's almost like golf. You know, are you a golfer?
No.
I
have ADHD, bro. I don't bowl. I get mad when guys stand up and they put their hand on the air.
Oh.
Like, hey, let's go. Come on, bro. Your hand's not wet. You've been sitting down. You're not even sweating.
Like, that's
the
difference.
Doing this, You're doing this. Like, stop. Let's go. I don't can fish, Tumua. Right? Don't invite me to go fishing, bro. I like lose my mind.
I'm not a fisher
I can do good 9 holes. Like the most amazing 9-hole guy. But
mini putt.
No.
Oh, regular.
Yeah. I only use the 9-iron and my putter.
That's it. That's all you need.
That's it. I'm just staying in the middle. I'm hitting in the middle, getting to the hole, and that's it. But I only can do 9 before the distraction of life comes in for me. And people tell me all the time, oh, you should do it just so that you can. I said, dude, I cannot even do that because I'm thinking about parks. I'm thinking about taxes. I'm thinking about, public safety now, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. How's your mindset now? We can jump to the political side too of how you kind of made that transition. I was gonna ask
a long podcast then. Huh? The producer in the back going, boys, come on, boys.
Gotta change the memory card.
Yeah. Sorry, brother.
No, I mean, just from a like you mentioned it too, like when they first seen you walk in the room, they always recognize you as the comedian.
Yeah.
So did you feel like pressure whenever you gave your speeches to say something funny?
No.
Not even when you first went up?
No. Yeah.
But I'm sure they was
know
expected.
Me, like people that know me personally know, like it's not 24/7.
Yeah.
I think people they expect that, but I'm
That's
very
tough.
approachable.
I don't think anybody is 24/7 funny.
No, very approachable. I'm not even worried about to me, what you see is what you get kind of a thing. You know what I mean? Like I tried being funny the first week when I was in city council. I think it was a parks committee meeting, and so when you go into city council, it's all scripted, believe it or not, right? How you go and tackle each resolution or bill if you are leading the committee. So you got to follow a script because the lawyers are watching. So when you watch city council, you'll see corporation counsel lawyers, and you have my chief of staff sitting next to me, and you have people come in, and there's protocol and stuff that people use and say. So the director comes up, I go, Director of Parks, would you like to say anything? And then I go, committee members, do you have any questions for the park director? So what the resolution was for hippopotamus that was gifted to the city and county of Honolulu.
To put in the zoo?
Yeah. And these committees can be very boring. And I don't know how people watch this stuff on Olelo. But people watch and we have to do it.
This is a question I always had too. Like the Olelo camera, how come they don't update the camera? The thing look like it's from the 80s.
Well, same thing with the banks, bro. We should have a cell phone.
You guys all walking slow mo, the pixels all.
It should have every bank should have an iPhone camera when you deposit, so that when you catch the robber, you see a clear picture, bro. It's
they gotta update the cameras.
With all our cameras, we still using the same picture of the Loch Ness Monster 500 years ago. But with all the advancement, you think, ooh, right there, Bigfoot. Ooh, right there. You catch a bank robber, put cell phone. Right at the counter. You know what I mean? No, don't worry about taking out your hand. I see your face.
Yeah.
But no, always so pixelated or
Yeah. Because I see some of like you post some clips from Olelo or even Andrea Tupola, and I'm thinking is this from early 2000s or something? Because the quality is bad. But no, this was last night actually.
Yeah. And you think with nicer cameras would have people be engaged more, right?
Yeah.
But nah, you can
go back to the
cost
story.
Money. But no, I tried early on, and once in a while, I I might say something funny just so that you lighten up the environment. But
Yeah.
I remember they coming in. It was a parks meeting. Zoo was going on GIF
Hippopotamus.
from Mexico, and hippopotamus from Mexico. So the director of the zoo came up to talk about what they're gonna do with the hippopotamus and how they're gonna house the hippopotamus, and then the council members get to ask questions. Director, how much was the gift? And they say so out of transparency. And then, is there any questions? No. Is there any questions for the hippopotamus?
That's what you said.
Yeah. And then nobody laughed. Everybody's kind of confused, right? And they go, okay. It's that kind of a crowd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And once in a while, I think I bring a different energy. I'm not a politician. I just concerned about my community. I like see, everyday young men and women in Hawaii thrive.
Yeah.
And I like try to make the place better, for the next generation, your children, my children's children. So,
Yeah, you're doing a wonderful job. I mean, I see you on social media. You constantly working, constantly doing what's great for the community. Do you have other? Are you trying to be like mayor or governor, or do you have that in mind?
Honestly, no.
No.
Right now,
Yeah.
Augie, you sound like a politician. You're not saying now. I don't know. I just think I've always, my life has always been about calling, even with comedy, boxing, right? Even with politics, believe it or not. My daughter, who has the foundation BRAVE, it's an acronym to be respectful, value everyone. She started this foundation because she was bullied. And then we started doing works. And mind you, I never like going to schools. I never like turned into Frank De Lima. I never like going to schools and go, you guys ready for sing going on a Buddha hunt? I never like be that guy. I never like be that guy. But my daughter was young and she was talking to young kids. And then middle school started calling. But she cannot do that. She's in school. So she'll be like, Papa, can you go and speak?
Yeah.
You can relate to these kids. You can talk to them. And then middle school, then became high school. And then I get on call from Mayor Kinoy, and we get on problem on the Big Island. Would you come do your daughter's program on the Big Island? And as I started doing schools, man, I started like becoming empathetic. Like, why is this getting worse? Like, I grew up not having much and was tough, but like, man, why is it tough now? Because we go to school. And you would hear teachers or speakers go, you are tomorrow's future. You will change what Hawaii looks like. And you go, yeah. And then now you're an adult. You're an adult going to schools. And you're going, wow, how come so bad? How come we go from one homeless person in our neighborhood to 30? I thought it's supposed to be getting better.
Yeah.
Right? And I became very empathetic. And around maybe 10, 12 years ago, it was hard for me to write comedy because all I saw was hurt. All I saw was just like, how are we even like living day by day when I see the challenges in schools? And comedy, we see things black and white. We're not seeing a gray area.
Right.
And man, I started seeing gray areas.
Yeah.
Like, it was affecting me on stage. Like, is it okay for me to talk about that? Because I see it firsthand.
Yeah.
Like, I see people hurting firsthand.
Like, you talking about like all the bullying and everything?
Well,
and
everything. Just, homelessness.
Yeah.
Crime.
Yeah.
Right? Everything, dude. And it was getting hard to write comedy because, comedy, the First Amendment, speech, being on stage, having to say whatever you feel you need to say is super important as a comic. You shouldn't worry about what people feel and think.
Yeah.
But it was hard for me.
Right.
Because now I was like entrenched in seeing it firsthand.
Yeah.
And it was affecting how I write. Like I would go, oh, this is funny. Oh, but I might hurt somebody's feelings.
Yep.
Right? So
how did you overcome that? You just still tell it, or you
try?
Yeah.
It's hard, right?
Yeah.
Because even now as a city councilman, I still do comedy. Actually, right now, I'm writing new material, but I'm talking about those years where I should have been canceled.
Yeah, that's a good way
Right?
to put that. Yeah.
Dude, I should have been canceled
Yeah.
because there are many times in my 30 years where people threw a pie in my face. In
Wait,
Honokaa.
all you on stage.
Yeah, no. Like when I about to go on the show was
Yeah.
up in Honokaa because I did the voice for the Army Air National Guard. And this lady, activist, was saying that you're influential. You shouldn't be doing commercials like that, sending our kids to war. So she would pie my face.
Right before you went on stage.
Yeah, in Honokaa. I brought a homeless guy up to the stage at the Nahuko Hano Awards, and people was like, how dare he do that? You know? But this is before social media.
Yeah.
Right? I did weekly shows where I pretended to be a black gay guy, and they tried getting me on doing blackface.
Yeah. I think I've
Which
seen something
50, 20 years ago, bro, wasn't even nothing.
Yeah.
It was
That
like,
was with
if
your-
I had
your
one black
TV show,
friend,
yeah?
if I had one black friend, guess what? He would have been playing that guy, but,
Yeah.
you know, I was acting.
Yeah.
And yet, in this day and age, back when I started doing my gay son jokes,
Yeah.
I was on the video stuff for Hawaiian Airlines because at that time was a digipad. You remember the digipad?
Yeah.
They had Live from the Hawaii Theater on the digipad,
Oh, really?
right?
Yeah.
And was getting lots of hits. You know, we never had social media, but not everybody bought it, so they wasn't hearing what I was saying. And I would do the dance moves. And if you're gay at that time, you went,
You get offended.
he's teasing.
Yeah.
So they pulled my special off of the plane. I was the voice of Super Fairy for a while. And then I remember going to Kauai doing one show. And a lady came up in front of the camera, which was filming. I went stick finger because I wasn't an environmentalist caring about whales.
Yeah.
Dude, there's so many times.
I remember your joke about the super
Bro,
fairy and the
so
whales.
I'm recapping this because the next special is called I Was Famous Before the Internet.
Yeah.
People, never had blogs.
Yeah.
People said mean things on blogs, right? But I came from the old school way of thinking, like, if it makes you funny, it's gonna make somebody else laugh. If it makes you laugh, go make somebody else laugh.
Yeah.
I remember when Wayne Harada went, right? The special was amazing, except when you talked about your handicap auntie. This is 20-something years ago, and I was like, why you mad about that? That's my auntie. That's not your auntie.
Yeah.
Right? So there's those stories that I'm meshing together to tell this new maybe phase in my life where like I am empathetic, but then I am still Augie.
Yeah.
And I love doing comedy. And the stage allows me to separate my life as a council member, my life as a radio guy, and I'm a comic now.
Yeah.
You come in to watch Augie the comedian, not me going, let me tell you how I feel about rail. The people at the comedy show don't care about rail. They don't care about empty home tax. They don't care. They like laugh. Make me laugh.
Yeah.
So that's how I separate it now. And it's hard because, I'm human and, you want to be liked by everybody. But, luckily, I'm in a good space in my head and in my heart where, like, if you're offended, then
You're in
go
the
home
wrong place.
cry, bro.
Yeah.
Go home cry.
You can't come to a show to get offended, and especially if you know who's playing, like if you know that you can be, and they know your comedy. I would say only like haters would show up and
they
complain
do,
afterwards.
right? They can put up a they can videotape maybe a homeless bit I did and go, he doesn't care about homeless.
Yeah.
And that's unfair. Like, why you come if you're going to come for criticize, right? So there are many times, right, in the last 30 years where, like, if I did the stuff now, oh my gosh.
Yeah, what do you think? You think it would go even worse?
Yeah, well, or in this day and age, probably even more famous.
Yeah, because I feel like they kind of like that shock comedy, or like, oh, he really said that, and then you can get guys that are like support you,
right?
Like
and without swearing,
without swearing,
just telling the truth.
Yeah,
you know, I don't know. Yeah. So that's why, like, it's exciting to work on these new bits, meshing it together, and talking about how. Can you imagine if I did it now?
Yeah. That's funny. So you plan on? You said you're gonna have a new special coming up.
Probably. We're working on it now. I I want to try to do as much stand up in front of small audience to work out the bits, and then get something done maybe August, September. But yeah, no, I'm excited about the next couple of months. Working with Andy and Frank and Paul. Yeah. It's kind of nice, to work with the guys who either I admired or guys who I started with, like me and Paul started around the same time. He's a little bit...
He has a show coming up here soon, I see. Or in Big Island or where?
Yeah, he's doing like Maui, I think, and he's doing Big Island, and he's doing the show with me, Andy, and Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah, on January 5th. So it's kind of cool. Like, I haven't seen, Paul do stand-up in a while. So, like, you talk about somebody who's polished, man.
Yeah, he's
road
phenomenal.
Comic, right? Yeah. Dude, I just remember when we were, like, just in the business, I'm like, dude, you could be the first Asian guy. Like, you funnier than all the Asian guys that I've seen.
Yeah.
It's for real. I go, yeah, dude, you should go.
Yeah.
Like, if I had that opportunity, I would go.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Because he was in radio too, right?
Yeah.
And then that's when he just left. I think he told me a story where he had his bag packed. He always had like an emergency bag or something, and he got like an opportunity to do something in the mainland, and he flew that day.
Yeah.
And never turned back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the exciting life of not having a family, and you can just go, right? That's the kind of I sometimes think back, I go, what if that happened? Where would my career be now?
Yeah,
but
you pretty much did that too, though. You toured mainland and all that. And
yeah, it was fun, But like, again, you don't make a lot of money back in those days where you went and you opened for mainland comics, and people, he's from Hawaii, and you playing, what's it called? Chuckles in Evansville, Indiana.
Yeah.
Open for Jimmy Walker.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, what is this Mexican boy saying? Filipino. So yeah, it was fun, but you wasn't making money. Yeah. And at that time, you had to sell, your cassette tape. You had to have something.
Yeah.
Because never have digital download or...
Yeah.
Or you're hoping just to be seen.
Right.
But yeah, no, those days are fun. Just you couldn't make money, and I had to take care of my family, and that's why I tell young comics, dude, if you're passionate and you want to do something, you just gotta do them. Just do it.
And comedy is universal too. I mean, I've got told many times. You probably get this too, like, they don't understand Hawaii humor or like pidgin or Hawaii comedy, but it's funny is funny, I mean,
but it's easier now because of social media, right? Yeah. Everybody's fascinated.
Like, I did some shows in the mainland where nobody knew who I was, or I would pop in, and those jokes still hit too there.
Dude, that's like the best, because once people find out you're from Hawaii, like all they're thinking about is like diamond head, beaches,
bikinis,
right? And then, in communication, this because you probably took this in college, but 60% of language or communication is body language. Like, if I'm having a good time on stage, there's a good chance you're going to have a good time too, right? Mm-hmm. And people really only listening to this much.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, it's easier now because of social media. More and more people know that we have a subculture.
Yeah.
And
it is Hawaii's being more put on the map now, especially with all the new movies, Moana.
Yeah.
They get Moana 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 already or something.
Yeah.
Lilo and Stitch, they have one live
so
remake.
people know, like, you know, we have this cool subculture
Yeah.
that we have Pigeon, and so it's a lot easier. Back when Andy was on Showtime, I remember watching Andy Bumatai on Showtime,
Yeah.
and he was doing one very ethnic joke. I was dying, right? But Andy will tell you, like, people will be like, oh, he's just an ethnic comic, right? Now guys are doing the same joke he did differently, right? And killing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's a new day and age.
Yeah, they like the diversity now.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah.
like the typical black or white comic from like the 90s.
And if you can tell a cool story, right, that's
Yeah.
very relatable.
Yeah.
Because everybody, I always tell, my grandpa's from Georgia, right? My cousins in Georgia is the same cousins in YNI.
Yeah.
You know, they're just different color,
Yep.
but they pee where their dog pee.
Yeah.
You know, they say the same dumb stuff that my cousins in YNI say.
Yeah.
So, you know,
It's relatable. It is.
yeah, it is. It is. It's just, you know, are you confident to telling that story?
Yeah,
So-
exactly. Because you did, I think you did another, that dry bar special too.
Yeah.
That was in Utah.
Right out of the pandemic,
Yeah.
never do comedy for almost a year.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, maybe a year and a half because I was running for office.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That,
I
I,
was
mean,
like,
I watched some of it too. It was great.
Keep them separated. I
Yeah.
was like, dude, I just remember like, and then I went on third,
Yeah.
right?
'Cause
These
I
guys were all seasoned.
Those shows or that specials, I don't know if it's true, but it's like they already had the audience there already, right? Or,
Yeah, no.
So it wasn't like fans of the comics there. It was just random people there.
Yeah.
Like a
Because
set
they
audience.
shot
Yeah.
like one
They shot multiple
TV
guys.
show.
Yeah.
Right? So you're doing a clean
Yeah.
25, depending on how many comics get on the rotation.
Yeah.
So like we had 3 comics. We all had to do about 27 minutes each.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, it was interesting because they don't drink. They're Mormons,
Yeah.
basically. And they give you like all these rules that you have to follow.
Yeah.
And I remember just telling my manager at that time, like, well, I'm going to break every rule because I haven't done comedy for like a year.
Yeah.
I was in Utah. I just won an election. So I was like, I'm good. I don't care how this turned out. I'm just excited that I have this opportunity.
Yeah.
And I remember talking to you on live.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, dude, this is cool. Like, this is like, for me, like maybe should have happened 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But it's happening now.
Yeah.
I'm going to take advantage of
It
it.
came out great too. I think it's on.
It was kind of weird.
on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird, but like, because I never prepare, kind of went,
Just kind of
wrote down
riff it. Yeah.
stuff that I know would work and just kind of paste them together in front of a very, very howly audience. Had one local guy that was wearing a little shirt, but like was cool because those are not laugh tracks. So people were generally engaged
Yeah.
into hearing something that was different. And
Yeah.
again, I went on third after 2 guys that did the Tonight Show. You know how
Yeah,
every
yeah.
comic, they go, you might have seen them on Showtime. No, I never see them on Showtime. Like, you know, so like people are excited,
Yeah.
right? And then you go on third and he's from Hawaii and they pick your clothing. Hey, can you tuck in your shirt? I'm like, yeah, but I'm fat. I don't like tucking my shirt. Who tucks in a lower shirt? No, we want you to tuck in a lower shirt. So I tuck in a lower shirt, did what they said, put on a lei, you know, and it,
Should have gave you an ukulele too.
I know, right? Hula dances before the show. Can you talk about that whole? Dude, early in my career, I did all these comedy workshops.
Yeah.
And I went because I wanted to see what everybody else was doing. And I went to one in, Palm Springs.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It was like a big comedy festival.
Yeah.
And I entered and it was like 200 comics. And you like get on the Friday night, that's when everybody's there. But I went pool Sunday afternoon. And judges were guys like, you know, big she was on like, I even forget the show. It was a Comedy Central. Had all these judges.
Yeah.
You went to classes. You learned how to structure your jokes. But then you ended up doing this comedy fest. And I remember coming up, and I just had done the Hawaii Theater show. And I went out, and I did my gay son joke that got laughs. It was cool. But the critique was like, well, you're from Hawaii. You should be talking about Don Hall. You should be talking about...
Yeah.
That's when I knew I am never going to a comedy festival ever again and get critiqued by so-called...
Or competitions and all that.
Stupid.
It's all opinions.
Yeah, it is opinions. But then, at that time, that's what they thought Hawaii was. You should be talking about tourism.
Yeah.
What you talking about? We struggle with the same thing you struggle. That's when I knew, like, we're not there yet. And when I saw you doing your stuff like that, and I saw people getting famous on the internet, I was like, we're there already. We can expand.
Yeah.
You know, because the world is open to endless possibilities, and that is also local comedy.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? God has definitely blessed you, man. He's watching over you. He's doing all the things
Amen,
yeah, man. Sorry for being preachy, but like,
no, that's good. That's what we like here too.
Yeah, I'm like, I this rediscovering of God in my life gets kind of this, it can get crazy being in politics and then trying to manage your family. And I realize what I realize is that working hard at 30 years, I've neglected my family. So my biggest advice is like, stay close to your family.
Yeah.
And enjoy what you're doing. Get them involved.
Yeah.
Because I missed a lot of my family time with my kids and, my wife, because I was too busy trying to like conquer the world.
Yeah.
And now the reach is a lot. So you don't have to do much. You just, stay relevant. But I always felt like the 30 years, I got to be everywhere.
Yeah.
And being everywhere comes at a cost. And, for me now, it's like, how do I spend enough time making up for lost time, at 56?
Yeah.
And still enjoying the things that I enjoy now. So that would be like my biggest advice to you. Like, you're already doing it,
Stay close with the family.
Find one, make sure you keep God.
Yeah, no,
top of the list.
God, yeah. I try to. I gotta have a better relationship with God, but we're all working on that as well. I go to church I try to go as much as I can.
Yeah.
I know it's hard with traveling and all that, and doing our show
Get
Saturday.
internet, bro. Get the internet.
Get internet.
Somebody told me that the other day. I never see a church. Yeah, but busy. But get the internet. Okay, thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
But no, it's just been and it's actually helped me like really focus on like this new set, but then my priorities, city council, my priorities with radio, my priorities with family, and then making sure that God is up there so that everything else kind of falls in place.
Yeah, he's the missing link. I mean, that's just
30 years, bro. I was like
together.
all over the place.
Yeah.
And I thank God never have the internet because, man, dude, some of the stuff that I've done.
Good thing wasn't on camera.
Yeah. Dude, like, so, very blessed by that, that God always watched over me.
Yeah.
In those challenging
Amen.
times, but he kept me safe.
Yeah.
And he's reminding me daily, like, Augie, there's much more things more important than, making people laugh and like, can you help people get to heaven? So big responsibility, Tumua.
Yeah.
God not gonna say, Augs, tell me a joke. It's like, bro, can we never talk to that guy?
Yeah.
He needed you right there and then. I'm like, he did?
Exactly.
So I gotta be aware of that and be open to, just the everyday challenges.
You did. I mean, you impacted Hawaii and the Polynesian culture amazingly. I mean, and you set the pathway for younger comics like I did, or the blueprint to kind of hit that success.
And you kick in Okole, man. I'm so proud of you. Dude.
Thank you.
People always say, hey, Tumua said nice things about you. I go, that's cool. But what's good about what he's doing is that he's doing it the way he wants to do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool bringing guys with you and you want, your friends around and stuff like that. At the end of the day, man, you want to just make sure that you're around people that are going to be looking out for your best interests. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I always kept that small.
Keep the circle small.
Yeah. And then, like, I always told the guys around me, like, if I'm going to hang myself, I like hang myself. I don't like know that you ready for hang me or you ready for backstab me. You my friend.
Yeah.
I like you always be my friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so, that's just that's why I did the things that I did, because I value my friendships more than, knowing that, this guy just taking advantage of me.
Yeah.
And that's not cool.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I see that too as I go longer in this business, like the people who matter the most to you will stay closer to you. Or sometimes it could even be enemies too. And that's just show business, and that's how it is. You got to get rid of some people. People come and go. Managers come and go. Agents come and go.
It is what it is, man. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, are you sleeping okay? Are you well? And that's why, like, dude, comedy has given me such a thick skin that sitting in city council, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm very confident in what I'm doing, because I never go into it as a job. Like, everything that I've done has been a calling.
Yeah.
It's been a calling. It's not, boxing. My brother said, Augs, hey, you look like you can punch pretty straight. You should box.
Yeah.
And then my coach said, hey, you ever thought about doing this? And I was like, well, can I fight like next week?
Yeah.
And then I started boxing. And then as I was boxing, my coach was like, if you wanted to, if you came in before everybody else and you stayed the latest, you're going to do something in your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for me, maybe I might have not won,
No, but that built
big one. Yeah,
your work ethic.
Yeah, it kind of led me in the path, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then with comedy, like, if I worked the hardest and I focused and I did the things that I need to do to stay relevant because of hard work, right? You're going to do something amazing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with
it's
this.
all connected.
Yeah. With the politics was like, I like serve my community. I don't like the way I see things. I like be a part of, conversation, and I like try to bring some common sense.
Yeah.
So everything is a calling, and
who knows? Maybe you're gonna be on pastor next.
I don't know.
You probably thought of it though,
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought about, like, because I've thought about that. I don't know where I'm at right now. I'm just gonna, like, again, everything's a calling. And what is it, Augie?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe just going away and catching fish, learning how to.
Maybe, or golfing too.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Catching hippopotamus.
Hey, man, that would be pretty exciting. Augie, what is that? It's hippopotamus. Remember that Filipino joke by Uncle? You know what that is? What is that, Augie? Hippopotamus. Hitotopotopos. No, Uncle, hippopotamus. Hippotopotopos. Hippopotamus. Hippotopotopos. Oh, it's like a big baboy. It's like a big pig, Augie. Yeah, maybe you can make luchon with the hippotopotopos.
I guess as we wrap it up, I know we went over time a little bit, but that's fine. I think so. I don't know. Got to be like over an hour, yeah?
Are we good?
How long was that?
70.
70 minutes? Yeah,
that's nothing, bro. We Portuguese, bro.
Yeah.
We can
Do you
go
have
on
anything coming up that you want to shout out, or you got any shows coming up?
No.
Or
I just want people to get involved.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to get involved with my cleanups monthly, or you want to participate in
where you do the monthly in Eva?
No, I get Eva Beach. So
Eva Beach.
My district is most of Eva and most of Waipahu.
Is that District
9.
9.
So like if people, want to participate in like my monthly cleanups, or you want my newsletter so that you get in the know of what's happening in the city, Augie Tulba, HNL.com. Like I said, I'm doing like workout shows, but nothing formal.
Mm-hmm.
Like if there's an opportunity, like I'm okay with, performing in front of 12 people, 20, 100. I just so thankful that I get to jump on stage and
share your talents.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
My mental illness, like I need that. I realize
therapy.
Therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys not realizing this, but like I need this more than you guys. You got me there for laugh, but like, dude, I get to talk? Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. You do it for free, pretty much.
AuggieTulba.com or AuggieTulbaHNL.com, my city council website, and then Augie T on Instagram.
And on the radio too, What station are you at?
Decades 107.9.
Decades 107.
80s, 90s,
every morning.
And more. Yeah.
From 6 to 9.
6 to 9.
6 to 9. I don't know how you do it. That's tough.
Nah.
Is that in town, your office?
Like you enjoy doing, like that's the thing, bro. Everything I've done the last 30 years,
you enjoy it.
I enjoy doing it. So like it's not work. Like am I tired? Am I burnt out sometimes? Yeah, but like, dude, I like being there. I like being on the radio show. I like being at city council, and I like being on stage. So like, dude, at 56, I'm having the time of my life.
It's the best thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And again, congratulations, dude.
Oh, thank you.
You should be extremely, your family, your mom and your dad and everybody.
Yeah, they're happy. Yeah, I'm just trying to ride this wave right now.
Yeah.
And just see how far I can go.
Dude.
And main thing is just don't give up, keep going.
That's exactly it, man. Enjoy the wave ride.
Yeah.
Like, it's nice, bro,
Yeah.
riding the wave for like on good 20 years. You know what I mean? For me, bro. So enjoy every moment because the sets get, less and less.
Yeah. And then there's more guys coming after me. They're going to be even bigger. And you just got to.
You know what I learned about that, dude?
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it. Like, just be focused on what you're doing. I used to get so caught up in that. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
Like, maybe
Like
lost some friends
people.
because of that, right? And at that time, because it was so like, you need this time, or was so competitive because we never have social media, Everybody's fighting for stage time, and
I bet.
But
I
like
bet it
so
was,
weird.
Yeah.
Man, I was so consumed by that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be.
Yeah, you just got to focus on yourself and be your best version of yourself. The battle should be you versus you.
Yeah,
you know? And if you're thinking about other people, I personally think that you hurting yourself more.
Yeah.
And they're like mentally winning already.
Yeah.
Because you're giving them.
And they don't even know.
Your
They don't
energy.
even know, like,
They don't
you're
know,
consumed by that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, man, I remember when opening for Andy and doing well, and I used to see Bulaya just killing. I was like,
yeah.
You know, like, maybe I should go swim in a bathtub and wash dishes the same time.
Yeah.
And I remember Andy going, dude, just do what you do.
Yeah.
But like, everything happens, timing, but then you become that guy. Dude, I was so consumed at staying that guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you cannot allow that to like creep in. It's just gotta keep doing what you're doing and just worry about you, don't worry about anybody else, and just have fun. And be around people that you like having fun with.
Yeah.
That's so important, So yeah, man, just keep kicking Okole.
Yeah. We got to do it. I was going to hit you up recently. I want to
Yeah.
do a skit with you or a comedy skit.
A skit?
Yeah. that's what we call them now.
It's a skit.
Skit.
Oh, you're doing skit. Yeah, dude.
Or a sketch or something.
Yeah.
Well, I really enjoyed your, like, when you had your TV show and all the characters you would act
too,
out. And
bro.
I just
I'm
like
thinking about-
I like the new people now that like are my followers. I like them see that again. You know?
My daughter look at that. She goes, Papa, maybe you gotta revamp some of these guys.
Yeah, no, that was hilarious.
And I'm like, but I'm 56 years old.
Yeah.
She goes, no, you should do it. So, some of the characters, and like Emerald Bustamante. I did this character called Emerald Bustamante, and we did this tool time bit. We had like Kawi Kawi. And mind you, bro, when I was doing TV shows, I had transvestites on my show.
Yeah.
That's why, like, when they tried to get me on the blackface, I was like, dude, I
had worse.
Yeah, I was transvestite. People got mad because they saw his nipple on. I go, that's not one girl, that's some guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I had all these crazy, like, all my handicapped friends on my TV show.
Right, yeah, I remember that. You got to bring it back. It's classic.
But, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, people lost their mind.
Yeah.
But, like, at that time, I was so, like my head was working one way. Like, I don't care what you think. I'm going to just do them.
Yeah.
And then pay for it later.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, I paid for, like, having my friends on TV. You know what I mean? I was like, dude, we're going to do this bit.
Yeah.
And we're just going to do them.
Yeah.
And we're going to put them on. I remember when K5 called and said, you did this Brokeback Mountain bit. When we watched the bit, it was like, oh, bruh.
Who was the other guy?
Kawi.
Oh, Kawi.
Like, you guys was promoting, like, being gay.
Yeah. I think I remember that one. You guys shot him in like Waimanalo or something.
Yeah, no, we shot him at like the Koala Boys home. Dude, we did this. Yeah, we did all those.
You gotta bring those back. Well, I'll hit you up though. I get some ideas like run by with you. I think would be funny.
Yeah, let's do it.
Post them on Instagram.
Yeah,
maybe not the Brokeback Mountain one, but
yeah, no. Yeah, so my daughter's like, "Oh, Daddy, you should do, you should bring back one of your characters." I look at the character now, I just laugh because, in fact, I was gonna edit it down and just post it up and see how people respond to it, but like some of the stuff that I said, it's like incognito a little bit, but was obviously ooh, how do I get this on TV?
Yeah.
Right? But now you can just do them right on internet.
Yeah. Just that's the beauty of it now. Like social media is like our own marketing, and we have so much freedom.
Yeah.
We're not censored by TV shows or guidelines.
Yeah.
You can just say whatever you want.
Then I just remember that.
Yeah, you got to bring them back though. But
we'll see.
We'll put something together.
Okay.
Well, thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having me. Nice office.
Yeah, thank you.
You just use this for the podcast.
Yeah, I had it just for one office.
That's how you know he making money.
Hey,
and it's a write-off. No, but it's a write-off.
Write-off.
That's what we need. We need to get write-off. The guy in the back laughing, bro.
Yeah.
He's a write-off, and he's laughing. What's your friend's name in the back?
Yoda.
Yeah. He's laughing, bro. Thank you for Tumua for giving me the write-off. Even offered, bro, like, oh, you can buy me a car.
Yeah. That's what you're like, oh, you need write-offs.
Who's your write-off guy? Yoda. He's the guy that just roams around his office. I think we put up the stand-up life.
Yeah.
Awesome. No, thanks for having me, man. I hope this was enjoyable to your audience, and
they would love it.
Appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah. Anytime. Thank
you
you guys.
This a lot?
Yeah, I try to post like once a week. Yeah. But because I had a baby recently too.
Congratulations on that. I saw him at the city council.
Yeah.
How's that being a dad?
It's great. It's new material for sure. So that's kind of what my new hour is now, is just my transformation of becoming a dad and dealing with when infant and newborn baby.
Yeah.
And just being there, and that's a lot of humor with it right there. So I'm working on that. But it's been great. She just turned 7 months.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. Normally Rachel and I is like the co-host on here, but hard with the baby. Like we tried something yesterday too, and the baby kept crying. So But just,
that's what people want to
resting.
see, right? They want to see, like, how real things are, really are, right? Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you plan on doing more kids? How's that doing more? You plan on, like, doing more skits?
Yeah, I want more kids. I think maybe one more. I really like want a boy too. So
Yeah, of course.
we try for a boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I got boys, but
Yeah.
they really girls.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. You
know,
me?
and,
Oh, because two of them, yeah,
two of 'em.
girls.
No,
Oh,
I don't know. They get so much alphabets. I don't know. I don't like offend, the LGBTQ. Like all my gay friends now, Tumua.
Yeah.
All my gay friends that got picked on when I was in school.
Yeah.
They're mad at the gays now.
yeah,
Like, oh, look at them.
right.
Privileged gays.
Yeah.
They have all these alphabets. LGBT. Yeah, I know. I do a bit on that. So I was gonna do it, but like, nah, keep them, save them.
Save them.
Yeah. Hold on, no time.
Save them for the special.
Save them for the special.
September coming up.
Yeah. That should be fun.
Yeah.
You doing anything else?
Just back on tour. I gotta be in San Francisco in January.
Nice.
Then San Diego and and Utah. But all the hot spots that I find where I get my fans.
That's
and
what I did,
just
bro.
playing to them.
Remember when had was that Hawaiian when they started taking surveys for all the Hawaiians? Remember when everybody had the T-shirt?
Oh, Kauaina.
Yeah, Kauinoa.
Kauinoa. Yeah.
So check this out. You'll love this.
Everyone loved that shirt back then. It was hard to get.
Like when I saw that a lot of Hawaiians was moving away, I went to the Kauinoa office. My friend, in fact, we're still good friends. I was like, hey, what's the demographics of all the Hawaiians moving? And that's all I did.
Yeah.
I only went with places where had Hawaiians.
Yeah.
And get hot spots. But now they're all over the place. Which is kind of cool.
It's amazing. Like I did a show in Minneapolis, had people there. New York, get people.
Dude, all you have to do is just get a marquee. Yeah. They're gonna come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Some places smaller, like Chicago, will never have too much.
They're there.
But they're there.
Yeah.
And they're very supportive and they're happy and proud that you came because they miss home. They
like,
come with their Hawaiian flags. Like,
dude, I remember the first time I did like Washington D.C. in a basement, right? Had like 8 of them.
Yeah.
The rest was all mainland people, right? And they were trying hard to follow, but all the Hawaiians was laughing. And then after I go, thank you. I go, yeah, but I came for you guys, not them.
Yeah.
So
but it's
funny,
crazy.
man.
Like there's some places where I feel like it feels more like Hawaii than here.
Yeah.
Like Vegas, for example, or even Seattle. Like there's so much.
Dude, I always talk about that. There's so much,
and that's kind of sad because it's like we're losing like the Hawaii people here, like the aloha spirit almost.
Yeah.
And it's just because of all these problems we dealing with, and we need more people like you in the office who actually care for the community and they want to make a good change. So.
Yeah, man.
So thank you for that.
Yeah, no, it's kind of cool. I love just popping in and doing shows because the energy and the crowd is so.
Yeah.
It was like how it was like maybe 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Like you can go California and you can be performing like in Gardena. And then like a mile away, Anu Hair sold out.
Yeah.
One room. And then I think one night when I was doing comedy in LA, Anu Hair was like 1 mile away and Ekolu was like down the road.
Yeah.
And just but then it's not only local people, it's just because they love the island and reggae music. They go
there's
right
so many. That's what I do too now is I look where all these big reggae festivals are, Hawaii festivals, and kind of like, okay, they did good in Utah. Maybe I should try hit that spot. But sometimes you got to be smart too. Like I remember I did a show like Maoli had a big concert and I had a concert the next week. Yeah. So local people they don't have that much money. So they gotta choose.
Gotta conserve.
Yeah. So you cannot be too
Tumua
close.
or Maoli.
So you gotta be smart where you plan
to them talk.
Yeah.
Tumua or Maoli? Is he talking about the same person?
Yeah.
Who's Tumua Maoli? Is he a football player? That's awesome.
But it's great though that us Hawaii people are branching out there and it all thanks to social media. Honestly, I feel because when people see it, it goes mainstream.
Really, we're in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
Right. Whenever we do the most amazing things, like we claim the rock He was only here for 1 year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we claimed The Rock. We claimed anybody that just went set foot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. They was all mad, I think, because had like, what is that wall in Maui where all the people from Maui, and they had like mainland actors on there. And remember that? It was on the news. You remember that, Yoda?
Yeah, it's at the airport.
At the airport, the Maui airport.
Oh, dude, I'm on that.
Yeah.
But
And you from Maui, right?
my dad is from Maui.
Oh, for real? Oh, okay.
Yeah, my dad is from Maui. My dad grew up in Specklesville. Well, he
Yeah.
was born on Maui.
Yeah, Yoda's from Maui.
Hey, right on.
Yeah.
Manju.
Pukalani, yeah? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so my dad's from Sparklesville, Yoda.
Oh, man.
I never heard
my
of
dad
Sparklesville.
grew up in a Russian camp. So my grandma and grandpa came from the Philippines in 1913.
Yeah.
Right? They came, made kids, became American citizens, and then back to the Philippines. But my dad went run away. He was like, nah, hot Philippines. I'm going to stay on Maui. And he lived with like Hawaiian families in the plantation camp. Yeah. And then I think at some point he went in jail. Stayed there for a while. They met my mom.
Yeah.
20 years difference,
Oh, for real?
Yeah, my dad was 38. He was like, check this 18-year-old. Don't you think, Ken?
Your mom and dad is hilarious too. I remember all the
Yeah.
videos you put up and
They're from Maui.
Yeah.
I did Aloha Surf Hotel. We shot that in Kihei for like 6 weeks.
for the movie, yeah?
Yeah, we shot that for 6 weeks right after the pandemic.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird shooting, like in
With
isolation.
masks,
and,
yeah. And you just take
but
them
it's
off
kind of
when
cool,
you film.
Dude, if you haven't seen the movie, go watch them. It's a very Hawaii movie.
Yeah.
Pigeon, lots of pigeon.
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm a friend with Alex Farnham. He's in it too, yeah.
Dude, I gained 20 pounds. I wanted to be on Fat Uncle. I gained 20 pounds. But I did like 3 movies with those guys.
Wow.
I played a detective. I played a policeman with Willie Kay and Eric Gilliam.
Gotta check it out. Where can people watch it at?
It should be online. I think they can
Online?
watch Kuleana, Get a Job, and Aloha Surf Hotel.
Well, Surf Hotel.
Yeah.
Check them out, gang.
It's on Tubi.
On Tubi.
On
Okay.
Tubi.
Yoda when watch. We don't.
Thanks,
you looked
Yoda.
it up.
Thank you so much, Yoda. It's a fun movie.
That's the
for
most
me.
excited he's been all year. It's on Tubi. Oh.
Thank you, Yoda. I might have to buy you that car. Yeah. And you on right off. How's that, bro? My tax guy go, Augie.
He wants you to buy them by the end of the year.
I'm like,
Or
that's not gonna happen, bro.
yeah.
I love the $200, $300 extra monthly. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to. All right, we done.
Yeah, we good. Yeah. I always say we done like 3 times already.
It's the most Portuguese podcast ever. Okay, we done. No, you don't know how time. Back in 78. It's that uncle, bro. You ever got that uncle?
We all get that one, Uncle.
Dude, my mom, she lives in my house. I'm trying to get her to move out. I'm like, I sit on the housing committee. I go, Ma, get housing and apartments you can afford. Get senior center area, get exercise equipment. You should go, Ma.
Like, no, Alex, stay here.
I'm like, no, Ma, you should go. Find yourself one rich guy so I can have one rich stepdad. I will call him dad.
She don't like leave though,
She
yeah?
said, no, I need love your father. No, he's dead, Ma. Go get me one rich stepfather. You guys just have to hold hand.
Yeah.
That's all.
Oh, I love your mom though. She's hilarious, and yeah, you still do videos with her though. I
Talk
always
story with her.
Yeah,
Insane, bro. When I think about
that's
my
some true
parents,
Portuguese mom right there.
Dude, when I think about my parents.
She's 100% Portuguese.
No,
No.
she's half, bro. My grandpa is from Georgia.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And my grandma is, I think,
100
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
And when land right in here, 100% in my mom. The blonde hair, the blue eyes is the Howley side, right?
Yeah.
But the Portuguese, bro, in land right in here.
Boom.
Like I have conversations with her, and I go, how do you do it?
Yeah.
How did you even manage to put food on a table and teach your children? You know, I don't know how these guys did them, but my father only went up to the 4th grade.
Yeah.
You know.
But you came out great, and your siblings.
Thank you, Tumua. Ladies and gentlemen, on the couch with Dr. Tumua. Okay, you came out great. Hey, thank you, Tumua. But did I tell you about the time? The abuses, my cool. Hey, wow, we just rolling right now, yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. I mean, if anything else you want to say.
Yoda went end this like
yeah, he even stopped the recording.
An hour ago.
Yeah.
Hey, Yoda. Like, hey, that was it. Wrap. Cut it. Done.
That was good. It's a good episode. Thank you. Yeah.
Nah, dude.
Yeah.
No, thanks for having me. Sorry,
Yeah.
we should have done this. Life and challenges and But cool, bro. Thank you, man. Appreciate you giving me the opportunity. Good luck. Keep kicking Okole.
Yeah.
And then we'll do the skit.
You can. Yeah. We do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we can do a show together too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be down for that. I'll be down for that. Like maybe host. But you the headliner, bro. Enjoy that. Enjoy the headlining. Like I like doing the stuff with like Andy and Paul and stuff like that. And doing 20 minutes. It's just for me. When I brought those guys all together, I was like, man, it's kind of cool. Like I can see Andy, Frank, and you could see like tension. I get all these. By the way, I got all of it on film, like behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna release them till they all die.
I can't wait for that.
The beefing that went on. Oh, amazing.
Oh, but you get them all at home.
I have it.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for Frank.
Yeah.
Frank is like, Augie, don't put that up. Augie, don't put that up.
Oh, we had him on the podcast, and you thought your Portuguese or ADD was bad. His was jumping subjects here. I had to like cut him off a couple of times and have like one structure. But anything that he bring up, oh yeah, that reminds me of yeah, Yoda, 100%, just
Frank,
nonstop.
Bro, I remember like the first week of having Frank, Andy, Mel Kabang, and Idkar here. Mind you, these guys were all, the icons of comedy. And, dude, they never worked with each other.
Oh, wow.
And
so you brought them all in?
I brought them all together.
Yeah. And they was arguing and everything, dude.
Was interesting. Was just interesting
People
to watch.
People critiquing each other. Oh, you shouldn't.
But like
say
I
this.
understood that because I almost felt the same way. Like like I always felt like, oh, am I competing with the guy that mentored me? Which was stupid. But like, and then I always had that kind of relationship. Like we could call each other, on a moment's notice. But like, like, man, I'm doing all this on a, So bringing them all together was on task. Because I did, the Portuguese Kings of Comedy with just me and De Lima. And then I said, Frank, hey, would you be open to doing something with Andy and Mel? And he was like, oh, well, I'm worried about the material. Because Mel, right?
Yeah, Mel was... I mean, RIP to him, but he was the rawest comedian.
Dude, I remember the first...
And he would swear at your shows too.
Sure, yeah. Oh, I remember our first real test was Vegas. Yeah. California Hotel. Pack audience, right? We're going to do 2 shows that night. And Mel said, he let go first. And I was the host at that time. Yeah. Well, we all did same amount of material, like 20 minutes, because you don't want to do like a 2-hour show, right? Yeah. So I would do 5, 7 to make 20 in between all these guys. And so Mel went on first. And then, so Mel go on stage. And the promise was he was going to be clean. If not, he get fined on the tour. And I said that because I just wanted Frank to feel like he gonna follow the rules.
Yeah.
You really gonna find Frank? Mel?
Yeah.
I go, yeah. I'm gonna find Mel.
Yeah.
You sure? I go, yeah. Frank, gonna be okay. You sure he gonna work clean? Frank, gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Our first show, Las Vegas. One lady in the front row, big chi-chis, right? Our first thing came out of his mouth was like, and I see Frank looking at me. He's, get over here. Get out. He calling me from the other side of the room. You told me he not gonna do that. I go,
I guess I gotta find him,
I
man.
go find him. Frank. He said all those words. Sorry, Frank. I'll go talk to him after. So while Frank is on stage, bro, I'm in the back talking to Mel. Mel, I told you, bro. Don't do that. Like, why? How come? I was like, he said other things, bro. It was bad.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think we have it on film.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I'm like, come on, dude. We're trying to make this thing work. Please apologize to Frank after the show. Ain't apologizing to nothing. Smell go bang, right? So I tell Andy, I go, Andy, well, you think we can help me talk to Mel? He's like, yeah. So Mel, bro, just go talk. Just go down. Tell Frank we're sorry. You're not going to do that anymore. So Frank is talking to people. We see Mel with the walk of shame. Walking through, he grabbed Frank. Frank, hey, bro, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that anymore. You sure, Mel? Oh, my goodness, Mel.
That's how he talks, too.
Dude, it was so cool because, you know what I mean? Like, we had to all learn our little role.
Yeah.
Like,
to learn how to get along with
dude,
each other.
and then you go to Seattle.
Yeah.
And Andy's first.
Uh-huh.
And we are supposed to do 20 minutes. And Frank gonna follow them. Mel gonna close. Andy goes on longer. Like, he's killing. So he's gonna do 10 minutes more. But according to Andy, he's on time.
Yeah.
But Frank is in the back going, oh my God, Andy's going too long. And Frank has all these helpers.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, he get like 3 assistants.
Yeah.
And
So the helper think he has the authority to go talk to Andy Bumatai.
While he's on stage?
No.
Oh, after.
After he got off the stage.
Yeah.
So in the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
He goes, oh, you went too long. So Andy come up, right? He's like, hey, he's mad now.
Yeah.
Who is he for telling me? I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh boy. So now I gotta go and, Frank, and he never thought he would do more than, we're gonna be okay? Oh, we all gotta stay on time, Augie. Okay, Frank, okay. The next morning, bro, we gotta go to Arizona.
Yeah.
I forgot where else, but we had to go to Arizona. And Andy's the driver of the SUV. Mm. He's on time.
Yeah.
Frank is not on time.
Oh. You gave it to him.
Oh. I cannot go long, but you can take... No, he's mad now, right? Dude, we driving for almost 20 minutes. Me, Frank, Andy, Mel. We in a car. The most uncomfortable.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then...
All on camera, too?
We never filmed that part. I'm
Yeah.
going to just tell you that it was funny. Because at some point, Frank just went, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can we all stop?
Like a married couple.
Oh, dude, it was so funny. But that was it.
Yeah.
After that happened, Tumua, dude, we all became like
all one.
solid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, drop all the ego.
Yep.
Drop all the stupidity. We're just gonna do a good show, and we all became friends. Like, we all became genuine friends. Like, like we love working with each other now. We love, being around each other's company. But man, that first time was like,
Was tough.
Frank wanted his own car.
Yeah.
And
hey, it worked out great though.
Oh, it did.
I did some of your when you had your the stuff in Pro Ridge.
The no vacancy.
Yeah, no vacancy. Or you let me pop in there. You wasn't there, but was Andy and Frank and
Yeah.
and was same thing like you said. Frank was asking like, okay, who should go first?
Yeah.
And Andy's like, oh, whoever, you know,
Yeah.
like there's only like 10 people in the crowd.
Yeah.
And-
Just do them.
Yeah, just do them.
Yeah.
That was a great thing he did though. That no vacancies. I really enjoyed it. I wish it was still around.
Yeah, I know. We're working on some stuff right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I feel like I think more and more people like do comedy and
So for the people that don't know, no vacancies was at Pearl Ridge Mall. There would be vacant shops.
Yeah.
And like they need to fill that area because there's businesses come and go.
Yeah.
So then you'd put on like a show, very guerrilla style, just speakers, stage, and one spotlight,
done.
and maybe like 50 or 70 chairs. In
it was
the crowd.
affordable, right?
Yeah,
Free
affordable.
parking.
Yeah.
People can go eat at the mall. So cool concept.
It was good, and it would bounce around. Like I remember one time I went to one in the downtown area, and then
Yeah.
next month he goes, oh no, this one in the uptown
Yeah.
where Journeys used to be.
Yeah.
Boom,
yeah.
right
We're working
there.
on something right now. It's-
Yeah, but you should. That was fun. That's a good
There's-
place to practice material and everything.
I got an email and text, from someone that doing something cool in
Yeah.
downtown Honolulu.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Are you open?" I'm going, "Yeah." Only because I think there's a lot of guys that want to work, but going to open mics sometimes is good. And sometimes it's terrible.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
so
the beauty of it,
find,
too. Yeah.
if you can find one venue where people gonna come and they get to see guys who they're very familiar with, and you can work out material.
Yeah.
Might work, right? And
Yeah.
then, hopefully, some guys on the mainland that I made friends with, they're like, work. We have a venue. Come,
Yeah.
we'll do them.
Yeah.
So we're working on something like that, and there's several places that I'm looking at to just work out.
Yeah. Let me know. I mean, 'cause
Yeah.
I still trying to find spots over here.
Yeah, dude, you should just come in,
Yeah.
pop in, and work on material.
Yeah. I'll just do a quick outro then we can talk. Yeah.
I thought you did that. Okay,
I thought we did. I don't know. Yeah, we
okay
just.
go ahead. Just make like
Yeah.
so. Make it okay.
Sorry, sorry guys. This is the podcast that never ends, but we fully ending right now, and finally ending right now. But yeah, thanks for coming out, Augie.
See how uncomfortable that is.
Yeah.
Because we ended 30 minutes ago. But we gonna make like
We never
yeah.
know it's still recording.
I had to do that for 30 years on radio.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
okay. Take 4.
Yeah. Okay. We finally ending. But thank you guys for tuning in. Trom the Shaka. I think that should be it.
How about we throw the shaka without you telling me?
Okay,
So the
okay.
thing look more natural.
More natural. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Ready and.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. Thank you.
Easier. All right.
How about you? How about you end it? Say something like you gotta go bathroom or something, or
This seems so prefab.
it does, yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe your wife calling you, or
Oh, you know the feeling already.
yeah.
Gotta go, bro.
Yeah, I just heard your phone ringing like 10 times. So I don't know.
No, I get like, I
Very
get my
important
chief of
guy.
staff
Chief of
texted me,
staff.
where you at? My wife? Greg? A guy
Greg?
named Greg?
Yeah.
Russell?
Russell.
Yeah.
Milk a bang.
Are we ready?
Oh.
From the dead?
Did we ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you. We're gonna do the natural shot.
Oh, natural shaka.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yoda, this is like the best outtakes ever.
It is. Thanks for being here. Ready? That's the one.